Welcome to this exclusive extension of the Beskop Tsechu Festival, Bhutan's groundbreaking showcase of documentary, animation and short films. This non-profit event, organized by dedicated filmmakers, artists and volunteers, is a testament to Bhutan's flourishing creative spirit. Launched amidst the grandeur of the historic royal wedding in 2011, this festival continues to inspire and promote innovative storytelling in Bhutanese cinema. The festival received 26 entries this year, with 9 selected for fiction, 5 for documentary, and 4 for animation, showcasing diverse voices and stories from Bhutanese cinema. We're excited to show you these films and documentaries to you on BBS. I have the pleasure of meeting some of the filmmakers to find out more about their production. Let's meet Thinley Wangchuk. Thinley gained recognition for his short film, The Man Who Lives in the Attic, which earned a bronze Khadar at the Beskop Tsechu Film Festival in 2021. He is an aspiring filmmaker and assistant creative director at Samu Media Tech Private Limited. He's from Mongar, Takaling, and is a graduate of Symbiosis Center for Media and Communications, India. This year, Thinley's The Call is a short fictional film that echoes the restlessness felt by all Bhutanese as more and more people leave the country for Australia. Let's meet Thinley Wangchuk and find out more about his film, The Call. Hello and welcome. First of all, congratulations for having made it into the festival.
Thank you.
This is the second time, I believe.
Yes,
More.
yes.
So how do you feel about it?
I'm very honored to get my film selected there for the Beskop Film Festival this year, and I actually didn't expect. Yeah.
But you, one of your previous films also made it to the festival and
Yes.
even won a bronze Khadar.
Yes.
Well, do you think that experience helped you improve your work this year, or was it 2 different projects?
I mean, some approach, I think it has really helped me to develop my film this year, but then not that much difference in it, but my approach is a little bit improved, I would say that way. So yeah.
I see. Tell me about your film, The Call.
So the film is actually about a woman who faces a crucial decision, whether to pursue her personal dream and aspiration, or to take a family duty and sacrifice on her own dreams. So basically, she has to make a call, whether to take up the opportunity or just to stay back and help her own only a sibling to look after him.
After watching this film, I think everybody has the question of what did the call mean? What was the call about? Was she going to go or was she going to stay back? Was that intentional?
So yeah, basically, even my friends used to question me what's the relevance with your title and then the film story? I was like, just watch, you'll get it at the end. So some got what I meant to say, but some since it's open-ended, so I, as a director, I don't want to make decision on behalf of characters. So since it's open-ended, so if you think she left, and if you say she's there, it's there. But it's your call. So as an individual, so through your experiences,
it's your call.
Yeah. So it's your
Wow.
call.
Okay. Because I watched it, and then the final scenes, the final clips of how empty the capital appears
Yeah.
now. It was jarring, it was haunting. It actually added to the restlessness that everybody's already feeling. What was the intention? I mean, do you share the same restlessness? How do you feel about everybody leaving?
So basically, when I thought of writing the story, so somehow like as a always comes in your mind that why do you want to make this film as a particular film? So since I'm also like recently graduated, let's say recently, so anyways, so you have a lot of pressure, from your colleague, from your parents, your siblings, and then also like you feel the pressure like everyone is leaving the country. So I thought like this is the right time, this is what I felt. It's like every youth must have experienced somehow that same feeling. Everything is going, nothing is working out. So yeah, that's why I thought like, yeah, that's a relevant one. And so the empty street, basically, everyone talks about empty street nowadays. So yeah, just oppose that.
Wow. So now that we know about the story, could you take us with you through your creative process of coming up with a film? We can start from the inception of the idea till it's ready.
So basically, when I think of the story, usually I write down like notes, and once the concept is finalized, I go to writing process. And once I lock the script, so what I do is I think of cast especially, and then like frame wise, like how I am going to make it, the style, whether it can be like fast pace or slow pace.
So you
But
think of the frames and the style of the shoots while you're working on the script?
yes,
Okay.
way before, actually, way before.
I see.
So I'm a big fan of like Southeast Asian films, so
Okay.
you might have like noticed that. So almost all my both my films are like slow pace, and like you feel like day to day a kind of time pace. So that's how I write it down also, like thinking that. And once I'm done with everything, so I tend to do storyboard, which usually most people don't do, because but I do myself. So I already have my framing style and everything, so I do storyboard myself, like scene to scene, shot to shot. So that helps me while I'm doing production. So that way I can give a cinematographer or cameraman with very clear idea how I want it. So it's easier and way faster than like usual
I
time.
see.
Yeah.
So that's pre-production.
Yes.
So now could you take us through like during shooting and after it, what happens?
So during shooting, it's like actually it's normal, but since we are making independent, less budget films, so we kind of like try to manage in like very minimal time as fast as we can. So wrap it faster, do it everything pre-production properly, and take less time during the production. So that's how I work with my team. So.
And who's your team, by the way?
So actually, when I take up my project, I was discussing with one of my friends. So before I talked to my cast and everyone else, I went there to my friend, and I just approached him because I wasn't sure, because technically I'm not that great. So and he's like, okay, let's do it. So then I was like, I got confident, and then I approached a cast. The one important cast was the one who I casted in my previous film. Actually, this film is like kind of sequel to the earlier film. So earlier film, it was focused on the brother. This time it's a story about his sister.
Wow.
So it's kind of sequel, but you could get to know only like after half.
Yeah.
So then you will realize like, oh, this is like somehow relevant to earlier films. So that's
I
how
was wondering why she has to look after her brother, by the way, and then if like when in the middle of the film when you revealed why she has to, she has this obligation to stay back. I think it just tore my heart into two pieces because we want her to go after her dreams. but at the same time she has this obligation at home.
Yeah.
So we were talking about post-production, and you wrote the script, you directed it, and who helped you with editing, audio and visual?
So since like visual editing is like kind of like done into my head way before, so I knew when to cut, when to stop and everything, so pace and everything. So I did visual editing myself, but sound and color, all the color I did get help from my friend, the same cameraman. And the sound somehow it didn't work out with the way I thought, so it has to be like everywhere. So my friend did some part, I did some part, and I got help from the industrial expert also, so the final one. So
You seem to be very clear about the whole process of filmmaking. Perhaps it is because you have already produced a film before, or maybe is it something, is this a technique or a method or a procedure, if I may, that you learned in college?
This like process as such, like an entire process, I think I learned all the basics in my college days. So but more into practical, I think I got a lot of experience after joining SAMO, because every day I'm dealing with the professional people. So I think that's my experience through SAMO, so I'm able to do it.
A little bit of both.
Yeah,
of
yeah.
them. Oh,
So
okay. How much do you think can filmmaking be learned from an institute versus having it within you, an innate quality, a passion, or maybe the ability to be creative? How much do you think is filmmaking for you?
it's like really difficult one. So because filmmaking as such, you actually don't need like proper education. Actually, as a it's all about your vision. But I would say, like for me, with university and proper education of film, it really helped me to understand film. But there are a lot of like great directors who didn't really go to school also, so I cannot really say like for me it worked out, because university helped me to get a proper gateway and understand film. So now when I learn something new, so it's just like adding on whatever you have learned, so easier for me to understand that way. Yeah.
Who's your inspiration then, and why?
I mean, like I said, like I'm a big fan of Southeast Asian films, so I look up to directors like Wang Kar-wai from Wang Kar-wai, Hong Kong, and Kurosawa, Japanese filmmaker, and I'm a classic filmmaker. And from Korea, I admire the work of this called Kim Ki-duk, who passed away in 2020. So his work are like a little different. So
I see.
from Bhutan, I would say like my great mentor is like Kili Singh, the creative director. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, like he's a great inspiration for me. So
What about him inspires you?
I mean, like he is my immediate boss at work, and also like whatever I do, like he never says it's not good, or he always supports, let's do like this. So it's because of him I'm making these two films. So
Wow.
yeah.
Okay. All right.
Without him, I don't think I could have made.
What initially drove you into filmmaking, though? Because we were talking previously, and you said it was a scholarship opportunity, right? Tell me more about it.
It's like quite funny. So I got the scholarship. So around that time, I had no knowledge of filmmaking or photography, anything, and then cinematography was my like something new word for me.
Yeah.
So I just like, okay, let's take this one, because I have no proper guidance to ask, and I had one teacher, so I called him right way before I entered into my interview. So he's like, he cannot really say, because he don't want to make decision on my. So then I just like went there. Then the panels they are sitting. So I just went and I said,
This is for the scholarship
yeah,
interview.
I wanted to. I said like I want to take this cinematography, something else. And then only I actually went into understanding and learning and trying to get the meaning of what, then try to understand what is it.
Wow.
So when I went there, so I started with mass communication, and like from there, then I got to learn.
What was your ambition before you took that course, by the way? What did you want to become in life?
I had a lot of ambitions. So I don't know. I had like pilot. But like a lot of dreams with me, because I don't have specific dreams actually. So every time someone asks me, like, it's very uncomfortable for me to reply. So I don't have like proper ambitions on job or anything. I'll just say something else. Tomorrow, if someone asks me again, I'll say some other thing. So I never had any.
I think because you're now a filmmaker, you can be anything you want, Minna.
Yeah,
I think,
actually.
but it's surprising that an opportunity for a full scholarship to study a field of career that you never knew anything about is now your life now.
Yeah.
Are you happy about that choice?
Yes, of course, I'm really happy, because as a filmmaker, you have a lot of voices in it. So you just need to explore, and you can be, like you said, anyone. So you are actually representing large society if you can tell proper story. So
talking about the powers that filmmakers have, what kind of themes and concepts of stories do you want to explore?
So
in the future?
Like I said, I don't have proper goal as such, but whenever I think of stories, so I don't really go into complex stories. So like mine are especially like very day-to-day life things, so simple, but which is like relevant, and also like people can feel. So it's not like something that is like made up. People would like actually feel, and they won't say like, oh, this is like something else. So that's how I think. So more relevant to your day-to-day life. For
this film, The Call, do you feel like you had access to all the right equipments and technologies to make it the best film?
I would say actually, if I had like put in a little bit of like way before I planned it properly, I could have got. I would have got the equipments and all, but so everything went in kind of last minute, because I was busy working on other projects also. So that's why I think I couldn't get it. But
what couldn't you get?
I mean, equipment and all.
Like what? What did you want, and what did you end up using?
So basically, when I was shooting, so camera-wise, I'm okay, because I had full trust on my friend. So I was okay. It's just that when it comes to sound and light, so I wasn't able to get it, because I was using sound equipment that I had when I used to have one, which is called H5. So it's like basic one. So then there's no dedicated person for recording that, and I have to direct and do a lot of things together. So it's quite challenging, and I didn't get the sound I wanted. So, and when it comes to light, I got access to like soft light, a lot of soft lights, but I couldn't get the actual proper light, hard lights. So that was
Were there any other challenges in addition to the two while you were filming?
Others are like pretty okay, because all people who I contacted, they are like pretty supportive, and it went okay. Well, I would say basically, I mean, like I did it in 3 days all together.
Oh my.
So not actually 3 days also, but I mean 2 nights and half day.
That is shooting?
Yeah.
That's just the production part.
Production.
Oh, okay,
actual production.
Oh my goodness. All right. Okay. If you can give, this is my last question. If you can give any advice to young aspiring filmmakers, such as like yourself, what would it be? A tip or an advice?
Oh, advice, I don't know. But like I would say, like it's general. So whenever I meet with the people, even in the industry, so there are a lot of young who don't have proper education, but they are working in the film industry. So I always encourage them to just don't do whatever you are doing right now. Just try to do it differently, and try to learn. Basically, you know, filmmaking is all about learning, keep updates, you know. If now we have a lot of access to content like YouTube and internet, so if you can learn it properly from them, like, you know, you can actually be a great filmmaker. So just keep learning. That's
so
it.
build on your
Yes,
experiences
yeah.
and your exposure.
Yes,
Well,
yes.
all right, thank you so much, Thinley. I
Thank you.
appreciate you taking this time out to sit down with us to talk about your film, and congratulations once
Thank
again
you.
for
Thank you so
having
much.
made it into the festival.